China isn't just the Great Wall and pandas, it's floating mountains that inspired Avatar, rainbow lakes defying nature's laws, and ancient cities where time stopped 1,000 years ago, hiding secrets that 95% of tourists never discover. China stretches across 9.6 million square kilometers, harboring 56 ethnic groups. 5,000 years of unbroken civilization and landscapes so diverse. The tropical beaches and Himalayan peaks exist in the same nation. From neon-soaked megacities housing 25 million souls to villages unreachable except on foot, China offers every possible human experience. This Middle Kingdom gave humanity paper, gunpowder, and the compass while building monuments visible from space and cities that float on water. China isn't just the world's most populous nation with 1.4 billion people. It's civilization's longest continuous story, influencing everything from global cuisine to philosophy. As Earth's second-largest economy driving 30% of global growth, China shapes our future while preserving humanity's past. This nation maintains 55 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, speaks 302 living languages, and protects 10% of Earth's biodiversity, including giant pandas, snow leopards, and golden monkeys. China pioneered the Silk Road connecting east to west, invented technologies we use daily, and now leads renewable energy innovation. Understanding China means understanding where humanity has been and where it's heading. A culture that treasures 5,000-year-old traditions while building cities that look 500 years into the future. Before we journey through the Middle Kingdom's hidden wonders, subscribe to Globe Echoes and ring that notification bell. We're uncovering Earth's most breathtaking secrets every single week. Stretching 21,196 kilometers across 15 provinces, the Great Wall isn't one wall, but thousands of fortifications built over 2,000 years by 10 million workers. Contrary to myth, it's invisible from space without aid, but its impact on Earth is undeniable. Using enough bricks to circle the equator 10 times. The Mutianyu section features 22 watchtowers and a toboggan ride down, while wild Jiangkou remains unrestored, crumbling dramatically into forests. Over 10 million people visit annually, yet 90% see only 3 sections, leaving thousands of kilometers completely empty. The wall contains the remains of over 1 million builders, earning its title as the world's longest cemetery. Spring brings blooming wildflowers, while winter snow transforms it into China's most spectacular frozen dragon. These 3,000 quartzite sandstone pillars inspired Avatar's floating Hallelujah Mountains, with the tallest southern sky column soaring 1,080 meters into perpetual mist. The world's longest glass bridge spans 430 meters between peaks. suspending visitors 300 meters above the valley floor, where base jumpers regularly leap. Beilong Elevator, the world's tallest outdoor lift, rockets visitors 326 meters up cliff faces in 88 seconds. The park's 500 square kilometers shelter 3,000 plant species, including dove trees found nowhere else on Earth. Golden Whip Stream winds 7.5 kilometers through valleys where rhesus macaques steal snacks from hikers. Morning fog transforms pillars into floating islands, while afternoon sun creates rainbow halos. UNESCO recognized these floating mountains as Earth's most surreal geological masterpiece. This Valley of 9 Villages contains 114 lakes displaying impossible colors. Turquoise, jade, sapphire, created by calcium carbonate and algae unique to these 72,000 hectares. Five Flower Lake remains unfrozen at -20 degrees Celsius, while surrounding waterfalls turn to ice, mystifying scientists for decades. The valley cascades through 2,500 meters of elevation, creating 17 waterfall groups, including 78-meter Pearl Shoal, thundering over travertine terraces. Giant pandas, Sichuan golden monkeys, and 140 bird species inhabit forests, where autumn transforms mountains into China's most colorful natural painting. Tibetan villages maintain prayer wheels and traditions from centuries before Han Chinese arrived. After the 2017 earthquake, the park limits 5,000 daily visitors, making reservations essential months ahead. The Li River's 83-kilometer journey from GUILIN to Yangshuo passes 20,000 karst peaks, creating Earth's most painted landscape, featured on China's 20 yuan note. These limestone towers formed 300 million years ago, when this was ocean floor. Now rising like green-draped sentinels from mirror-like waters. Cormorant fishermen still practice 1,000-year-old techniques, their trained birds diving for fish by lamplight. Reed Flute Cave stretches 240 meters underground, its multicolored lighting illuminating formations poets named Crystal Palace of the Dragon King. Yangshuo's countryside offers bamboo rafting, rock climbing on 1,000-plus routes, and bike rides through rice paddies unchanged since the Ming Dynasty. Moon Hill's natural arch frames sunsets, while evening light shows use the karst peaks as history's largest projection screen. The Yellow Mountains' 72 peaks inspired traditional Chinese paintings' impossibly vertical style. Artists weren't exaggerating. These granite spires really do pierce clouds at angles defying physics. Ancient HUANGSHAN pines, some over 1,000 years old, grow horizontally from sheer cliff faces, their branches shaped like welcoming gestures or flying phoenixes. The Sea of Clouds phenomenon occurs 200 days annually, transforming valleys into oceans with only peaks visible as islands. Cable cars access summits where hotels allow sunrise viewing without pre-dawn climbing. The 154 square kilometer area features hot springs, 77 peaks over 1,000 meters, and stone steps carved by monks over centuries. Winter snow creates rimed ice, coating every surface in crystal, making HUANGSHAN Earth's closest approximation to classical Chinese heaven. Lijiang's 800-year-old Naxi ancient town survived earthquakes that destroyed modern buildings, its wooden architecture flexing rather than breaking, teaching engineers about traditional wisdom. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain's 5,596-meter peak harbors China's southernmost glacier. Melting rapidly, scientists predict complete disappearance by 2050. Tiger Leaping Gorge plunges 3,790 meters deep, making it Earth's deepest canyon, where the Yangtze River narrows to 25 meters. Shangri-La, renamed from Zhongdian for tourism, sits at 3,200 meters, where Tibetan culture thrives in China. DONGCHUAN Redland spreads across 50,000 hectares, its iron-rich soil creating a patchwork more colorful than any painting. The province's 25 ethnic minorities maintain languages, costumes, and festivals found nowhere else in China or Earth. The roof of the world, averaging 4,500 meters elevation, contains Mount Everest's north face and Earth's highest palace. Potala Palace's 1,000 rooms stack 13 stories containing 200,000 statues. Lhasa's Jokhang Temple, Buddhism's holiest shrine, draws pilgrims prostrating every 3 steps from thousands of kilometers away, wearing grooves in stone from centuries of devotion. Lake Namtso at 4,718 meters remains sacred to Tibetans who walk its 500-kilometer circumference for spiritual merit. The Qinghai Tibet Railway, world's highest at 5,072 meters, pumps oxygen into carriages to prevent altitude sickness. Sky burials, where bodies feed vultures, continue despite government restrictions. Tibet's 2.5 million square kilometers shelter snow leopards, wild yaks, and Tibetan antelopes in Earth's largest and highest natural reserve. The Terracotta Army's 8,000 warriors, 130 chariots, and 670 horses guard Emperor Qin's tomb, with each soldier's face unique, no two alike among thousands. Discovered in 1974 by farmers digging a well, archaeologists estimate only 1% has been excavated, leaving 99% still buried. The tomb itself remains unopened. Ancient texts describe rivers of mercury and booby traps, with soil tests confirming abnormal mercury levels. Xi'an's city wall, Earth's most complete ancient fortification, stretches 14 kilometers with a top wide enough for chariot races. The Muslim Quarter's 1,300-year-old mosque blends Chinese and Islamic architecture uniquely. As the Silk Road's starting point, XI'AN connected civilizations for 2,000 years. Its big wild goose pagoda, storing Buddhist scriptures carried from India. Westlake's 6.39 square kilometers inspired more poems than any other location. Over 1,000 verses praise its beauty across dynasties. The lake's 10 scenes change with seasons. 3 pools mirroring the moon creates multiple moon reflections, while Thunder Peak in evening glow glows orange at sunset. Su Causeway's 2.8 kilometers cross the lake on foot. Built using mud excavated when poet Su Dongpo governed in 1090. Longjing tea plantations produce China's most expensive green tea at $1,000 per kilogram for premier grades. The world's largest water music fountain show spans 126 meters, choreographed to classical and modern music. Lingyan Temple's 1,700-year history includes a 64-meter pagoda and 470 stone Buddha carvings. UNESCO called Westlake the idealized fusion between humans and nature. The Bund's 52 buildings showcase global architecture: Gothic, Baroque, Art Deco. Facing Pudong's futuristic skyline, creating history's most dramatic urban contrast. Shanghai Tower spirals 632 meters, with the world's fastest elevators rocketing to observation decks in 55 seconds. Yu Garden, built in 1559, maintains Ming Dynasty design amid skyscrapers. Its zigzag bridge preventing evil spirits, who travel straight, from entering. The city's 24 million residents generate GDP exceeding entire countries, while 140,000 expats make it China's most international city. Nanjing Road's 5.5 kilometers attract 1 million daily shoppers, while French concessions plane trees shade cafes unchanged since the 1920s. The maglev train hits 431 kilometers per hour, covering airport to city in 7 minutes. Shanghai demonstrates China's future while preserving lanes where time stopped. Subscribe to Globe Echoes right now. We're revealing destinations that redefine what you thought possible in travel. Don't miss next week's Hidden Paradise. Kashgar's Sunday Market, Central Asia's largest, draws 100,000 traders selling everything from camels to carpets in traditions predating Christ. The Taklamakan Desert, meaning go in and never come out, spans 337,000 square kilometers, hiding Silk Road cities buried for millennia. Turpan Depression drops 154 meters below sea level, Earth's third lowest point, where temperatures hit 50 degrees Celsius, yet ancient Carrez irrigation systems still water vineyards. Heavenly Lake sits 1,980 meters up Tianshan Mountains, its pure waters reflecting 5,445-meter Bogda Peak. Xinjiang's area equals Western Europe combined, containing China's longest border with 8 countries. Uyghur culture maintains its Turkic language, Islamic architecture, and lamb kebabs that influenced Chinese cuisine nationwide. The province produces 85% of China's cotton and world-famous hammy melons. China's largest lake, at 4,317 square kilometers, sits 3,205 meters high. Appearing more ocean than lake, with waves crashing against grassland shores. Each May, 200,000 migratory birds, including bar-headed geese that fly over Everest, arrive, creating Asia's greatest ornithological spectacle. The lake's sacred status in Tibetan Buddhism brings pilgrims who circumambulate its 360-kilometer perimeter by prostration, taking months. Rape flower fields bloom bright yellow in July, creating China's most photographed landscape contrast against azure waters. Fish species here evolved uniquely. Naked carp without scales, adapted to high-altitude salinity. Winter ice reaches 1 meter thick, strong enough for vehicles, while summer brings wildflower carpets in 600 varieties. The lake expands 19 square kilometers annually, puzzling scientists studying climate change. Harbin Ice Festival transforms this -35 degrees Celsius city into Earth's largest frozen art gallery. Using 750,000 cubic meters of ice carved into castles, Buddha statues, and functioning slides. Full-scale building replicas stand 50 meters tall, internally lit with LED creating rainbow nightscapes visible from space. Ice swimming champions plunge into frozen Songhua River, where Orthodox Russians introduced the practice. St. Sophia Cathedral's Byzantine domes, built in 1907, look transplanted from Moscow, surrounded by Stalin-era architecture. The Siberian Tiger Park protects 500 endangered cats, Earth's largest captive population. Harbin's Russian influence includes bread, sausages, and beer culture unique in China. The festival runs January to February, attracting 18 million visitors who experience China's coldest major city transformed into crystal paradise. Fujian's Tulou buildings, circular fortresses housing up to 800 people, confused CIA satellites during the Cold War. Analysts thought they'd discovered missile silos. These 3,000 earthen structures, some 1,000 years old, demonstrate communal living where entire clans share one building with walls 2 meters thick. Xiamen's Gulangyu Island bans cars, preserving colonial architecture and earning the nickname Piano Island, with 200 pianos per 2,000 residents. Mount Wuyi's Nine-Bend River rafting passes 36 peaks, where Song Dynasty philosophers developed Neo-Confucianism. Fujian's 3,752-kilometer coastline creates perfect seafood. The province claims to have invented fish balls. Overseas, Chinese trace 80% of ancestry to Fujian, spreading its cuisine globally. The province's oolong tea, especially Da Hong Pao, sells for $30,000 per kilogram. China's only tropical province spans 35,000 square kilometers at latitude 18 degrees north, earning the title Hawaii of China, with 300 sunny days annually. Sanya's beaches stretch 258 kilometers with sand white enough for medical silica extraction. The island's interior Li and Miao minorities maintain tattooing traditions and rainbow-colored textiles predating Han arrival by 3,000 years. Nanshan Temple's 108-meter Guanyin statue rises from the South China Sea, taller than the Statue of Liberty. Yanoda Rainforest's Canopy Walk suspends visitors 40 meters high through primary forest older than Amazon regions. Duty-free shopping saves 30% compared to mainland, making Hainan China's domestic luxury destination. The island produces China's only coffee commercially, competing with Southeast Asian beans. The Forbidden City's 980 buildings contain 8,886 rooms. Legend claims 9,999, one less than heaven's mythical 10,000. For 492 years, 24 emperors ruled China from these 720,000 square meters, where common citizens faced execution for entering. The complex required 100,000 artisans and 1 million laborers over 14 years, using whole trees from southwestern jungles, floated 1,500 kilometers. Not a single nail holds the wooden structures. Ancient bracket systems survive earthquakes that topple modern buildings. Golden roof tiles number 110,000, their yellow reserved for emperors alone. The marble Danby stone, carved with dragons, weighs 250 tons, moved across ice paths in winter. Today's 19 million annual visitors make it Earth's most visited museum, yet 40% remains closed to the public. This 600-hectare facility houses 215 giant pandas, 80% of Earth's captive population, pioneering breeding programs that brought the species from 1,864 to 2,600 individuals. Newborn pandas weigh 100 grams, 1/900th of mother's weight, proportionally Earth's smallest mammal babies. The base's nursery window displays pink, hairless infants transforming into iconic black and white bears. Wild pandas exist only in Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu provinces. with 1,864 remaining in forests. Each panda eats 40 kilograms of bamboo daily from 40 available species, spending 14 hours eating. Scientists discovered pandas are technically carnivores with herbivore habits. Their gut bacteria, not evolution, enables bamboo digestion. Visiting before 9 a.m. finds pandas most active. Afternoon heat sends them sleeping in trees. This 1,300-year-old town floats on stilts above the Tuojiang River. Its wooden buildings reflecting perfectly in jade waters, creating China's most photogenic ancient settlement. The town wall's 4 gates and 192 Ming Dynasty buildings survived floods that destroyed modern additions. Miao and Tujia minorities comprise 60% of residents, maintaining silver jewelry crafting and batik dyeing traditions. Night transforms Fenghuang into China's most romantic destination. Red lanterns illuminate bridges, while cormorant fishermen perform for tourists. The surrounding mountains hide China's southern Great Wall, a 190-kilometer fortification unknown to most tourists. Phoenix Ancient Town, its English name, inspired novels, paintings, and films, earning UNESCO recognition. Morning mist creates ethereal photography, while evening bar streets pulse with unexpected nightlife. Suzhou's 69 classical gardens compress nature into miniature worlds. UNESCO recognized 9 as humanity's finest garden art. The humble administrator's garden uses borrowed scenery, incorporating distant pagodas into its 52,000 square meter design, creating infinite space illusions. The city's 35 kilometers of canals earned Marco Polo's Venice of the East comparison. With stone bridges older than America's discovery. Suzhou produced 3,000 years of silk, its factories still weaving for Paris fashion houses. Pingjiang Road preserves Song Dynasty layout from 1,000 years ago. Its canal-side tea houses unchanged for centuries. Tiger Hill Pagoda leans 3.59 degrees, China's Leaning Tower of Pisa, surviving because octagonal design disperses weight. The city demonstrates that paradise exists. Chinese proverb states, "Heaven above, Suzhou below." From the Great Wall's endless dragons to Tibet's sacred peaks, from Avatar's floating mountains to gardens that compress infinity, China reveals wonders that reshape understanding of what Earth offers. These 20 destinations prove the Middle Kingdom guards treasures worth multiple lifetimes exploring. Whether seeking pandas in misty bamboo forests, enlightenment in thousand-year temples, or futures in neon megacities, China delivers experiences that challenge every expectation. The journey through 5,000 years of continuous civilization has just begun. And each return reveals another layer of mysteries. This incredible journey through China's hidden wonders is just the beginning. Hit subscribe and ring the notification bell to join Globe Echoes every week as we uncover Earth's most breathtaking secrets. Share this video with adventurers ready to discover the real China beyond tourist trails. Comment your must-visit Chinese destination below. Until our next adventure, keep exploring, keep discovering. Globe Echoes. Discover the world's hidden wonders.